Hello and welcome to D&D night on DDOstream. Hey Cracknut, hello Hibernum. No worries about the delay. And oh, I must have had to reboot because my lovely map is not here. So let's get this up and not shared just yet. So when last we left, we had gone down into the pit of something. I don't know, did we have a name for that? Also, can you people on D&D night, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the Snorlax pit.
It was where
Snorlax pit?
it was Teresa's homeland or something.
Oh, that could be.
Taking Teresa's home.
Anyway, before I forget, I did want to remind everyone we are here courtesy of Fantasy Grounds, our sponsor. That is the software we're using to run D&D night. You can find out more at fantasygrounds.com. They have various levels of different subscriptions and versions you can get. You can also play for free. And they are just coming out with a Unity version, which I think their Kickstarter may have already met its goal, but it's doing really well. Looks pretty good. So.
Yeah, they're like on their 8th stretch goal or something.
Nice. And for some reason, I think my video has frozen. Because it's not showing on this screen what it's showing on mine. Okay. And why is that?
You need to share it with us so we can see it?
Yes, but it's streaming from my computer, so it should be there.
No, but you need to make it visible to the public.
Okay. Well, yes, I can actually share this. But it should still be showing. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what's going on. That's a little better, isn't it? It's been so long since I've done this. Yeah, I'm not really going to make you look at a blank background for the entire show.
Hello. Also, real quick, if you could release my character, I need to pick it back up.
Oh.
You keep logging in with different names.
I don't want to delete it. How do I release it?
You should be able to right click and there's an option
PC,
for
right.
releasing.
Oh, okay. I was going through the party. Take ownership. Clear owner?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, why are Seitan and Kirke level 2 and everybody else is level 3?
Because we got level 3 at the end of last week? Or last session?
They haven't leveled up yet.
Are you saying guarding a staircase doesn't earn me enough, like, knowledge to level up?
I thought you were removing curses from those frying pans or whatever.
No, we agreed to let you level up with the rest of us. That's not a problem.
So I was actually guarding the staircase, but then someone came up to the staircase and was like, "Who are you?" And then I got a little bit confused, and I said, I'm the gardener." And so then they were like, "Well, great, come with me." And then I didn't know what to do, so I followed them over into the shed. And at that point, they threw a rake and a hand mower in my hand and told me I needed to mow the front lawn. And so I had to mow the front lawn until there was enough space and time left that I could re-escape and then come on back and meet you.
So yes, I guess everyone should have 1040 XP and be level 2-3 now. Also, Discord, stop telling me I have new messages because I keep going to check it out thinking it might be something relevant. And there's like nothing here.
Irrelevant.
Anyway, while you guys are leveling and all that, how about if you guys introduce yourselves?
Do we have to?
Yes, and for that, you get to go first.
I figured it would be. Hello, everybody out there who's currently watching us and/or will be watching us later. I am Comic Relief, and I am playing Finnegan O'Shaunessy, who is now a 3rd level rogue.
Okay. Dorian.
Good evening, everyone. I'm playing the part of Dorian Elliot, the nerd from the north, level 3 barbarian.
I don't know if you were cutting out on anyone else's end, but you were on mine, definitely.
Yeah, he sounded like he had autotune going.
Yeah.
He's the nerd from the north.
Yes.
Yep. I are from the north.
You sounded like Cher on Do You Believe in Life? Yeah. I can't sing autotune. Exactly.
I feel like with tonight being the finale of Game of Thrones, Dorian's nerd rage is going to be extra powerful.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at my level 3, and I really don't know what to do. So I think I'd rather turn it to the group to see which story maybe is preferred. I have a couple of options here at level 3 as a ranger. One is Beastmaster, in which I can get a pet companion, a small creature rating 1/4 or lower. That, however, has basically my hit points. I'm thinking about a bunny.
You get
Does
a
a
pet.
pet count as a creature?
I personally think that the Beastmaster is very weak because you either take your turn or you have your beast take its turn. You can't both have a turn, which really sucks.
Yes, if your goal is success, but my goal is not necessarily success. It's also bad cooking in. Perhaps he wanted to slaughter a bunny along our journey, but then didn't want to kill the bunny.
That makes me nervous right there.
And now he makes, it's like a friend and they're friends. Probably
we aren't going to go
mostly
full
friends.
fatal attraction, are we?
Wait. What CR is a squittin? Did I decide?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea either. That's actually a really good idea. Maybe it should be a squittin. Because otherwise it's a hunter, which would be the actual thing that would probably benefit us.
Why would we be optimized? Come on.
Right?
I kind of like Gloomstalker myself, but that's me.
I'm thinking Colossus Slayer, right? Extra 1d8 damage if it's below its hit point maximum. Once per turn.
Oh, squittin is CR0.
Sweet.
Hold on.
Those are really over in KK though, not here. But what do I care?
I tend to agree. I see. That's why I'm thinking of bunny, because he would be trying. We're trying to eat on the road, and he had to maybe try to kill a bunny, but he can't kill a bunny.
A bunny is the kind of thing though that Bella might try to hunt or play with.
Oh, it's a killer bunny! Watch it now.
Okay, so we've made the decision. It is going to be Beastmaster, and it is going to be a killer bunny.
For some reason, I am sharing this map with everyone, and for some reason, Jerry, it's saying you don't have it. Oh, yep, nope, it's still saying you don't have it.
Its hit point maximum is its normal maximum or 4 times my ranger level, whichever is higher. So we have got a 12 hit point bunny.
But we are not heading to Watership Down.
Or are we?
Let me put it this way. I have no plans for you to head to Watership Down. I don't have any maps or story notes for it.
What about Redwall?
But you guys tend to, I plan these things and it's like, oh, nope, we're going to do this. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Well, Seitan is leveling up. Kirke, are you leveled? Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Do you know if it auto adds my hit points, or do I need to do
Yeah,
that?
when you take the level, it should add an average hit point, I think, unless the settings
Okay.
are set to max.
All right, good deal. That's
Correct.
good. All right, I am totally good to go then. Let's do this thing. So I come
Okay.
back the staircase, and I'm covered in kind of grass and tall branches and things like that. And I was like, the staircase is nothing happened.
Well, you and Kirk, Kirk is typing, so you and Kirk both still need to introduce yourselves. Here, Kirk says, "Hi, I'm LrdSlvrhnd, aka Silver, playing Kirk, the clueless sorcerer who's only shot Dorian in the back with his poison spray once, no matter what Dorian says." Oh, we actually had a month off of this while I was in the process of getting the computer going again and moving, and I forgot this is the one where Kirk farts in his hand and then throws it at enemies.
Yep.
Good to know. And Seitan, tell us about you.
I think people have just got a fairly decent sense of what's Seitan Toastburner or Seitan Toastburner. It would be the regular name. He's a ranger, outlander, forest gnome. He's a little gnome, and he was basically a prisoner, conscripted to be a chef with a large establishment of kind of war, but he tended to, for whatever reason, both morale and a number of people just kind of falling ill and dying on the battlefield was surprisingly high. So eventually they moved him away from that, and he was actually going to be sold into slavery, except that then these people came around, and so, hey, he's been their chef, kind of.
Bonnie, did you introduce Bella? No, I'm totally going
No,
blank.
I mentioned Bella's name.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
People know she's the type who would play with a bunny.
That's true.
Fill in the blanks.
Yes, please do introduce yourself and Bella.
I'm BonnieBew, and I am playing Mousepouch Fullbelly, Bella for short, who is a Tabaxi druid Circle of the Moon from the shores of Maztica.
Ooh. And
that's everything, right?
I think so. And I am your DM, EvenNote. And I will not be doing with streaming with Even following tonight's D&D night because I got to get up early tomorrow. And we've been doing home improvement and yard work and things like that all day, and I really need to get a shower before I go to bed. Like really bad. TMI. Okay. So when last we left you guys, except for Seitan, who was doing his mowing and stuff like that, you were in a room called Ashar Dalan's, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, shrine. And you had encountered the shadow breaking gust of wind breaking. You guys. You had encountered the shadow. I honestly don't remember what you did with the shadow, and I was busy enough this weekend that I did not get a chance to watch the last episode. But I think you killed it.
I just remember the floor tile being nigh incomprehensible.
Oh yeah, I sort of
There's
remember
a lot of standing on it, a lot of not standing on it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember how long
with a little help from our friends.
Yeah. Yes, you uttered the magic words and you opened the stone and you have, let me check your party inventory. I think I gave you this stuff. Yes, you have the Alchemist Fire Floss. You didn't have any of those before, and 34 gold.
Are those in party inventory?
They indeed.
Let me read up what they do, because fire, can I juggle that kind of thing?
Oh, that is a good question.
Oh, it looks like something I maybe don't want to juggle when it's open.
Yeah, it is a sticky adhesive fluid, so it's in a flask. You could probably juggle the flask, but I would be...
But if I
you
missed,
would not
it'd
want to
be
drop
a nasty surprise.
Also, there's only 2 of them, and usually for juggling, I mean, you need at least 3 things to really...
We could throw in the flaming torch there and make it exciting.
That's true. Yeah, for those of you who have not watched the beginning, the very first or second episode, Bella actually earned some silver. What was it this shopkeeper said he didn't think you could juggle? Or you told him you
I
could
think
juggle, and he's like, I would pay good silver to see that. So I know it was something flammable. It might have been
it was
torches.
flaming torches.
Yeah, so she went outside because he wouldn't let her do it in his shop, of course. Set the thing on fire. Juggled flaming torches and earned herself a couple silver because the guy didn't believe she could do it. So you have defeated the shadow, and you have been, let's see, took kind of a roundabout route to get here. You've been through the garden galleries. Wow, you've been through a lot. So you can see that you can go back, through the room to the north, back up or down the stairs. I can't remember which. Back to the arboretums and the garden galleries. You've still got a couple of doors off to your east. You never did go south from the stairs. And there are also, you've been in Belloc's laboratory, but you did not go in there were 3 doors to the south you did not go into. And back in the central garden, there's a door to the south you haven't checked out yet. And a door to the very south of the southern garden galleries you've not been in yet. So, here you are, you've defeated the shadow, you've got some alchemist fire flasks and some gold. You are in search of the children of the lady whose name I can't pronounce off the top of my head. And you've discovered that the son was killed, the daughter is unknown. She is presumably in the company of some paladin guy. So, we can sit and admire the statue.
I think we should go through this door.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So basically, you're talking about going back around to the north and trying to hit these 2 unopened doors to the east?
Yeah, maybe if you guys look at the map. Oh,
Well, I
actually, let me see if
remember
I can
what we
share the
went
map again.
through. At one point, like, there was a bunch of little rooms, and there were some goblins watching TV there or something, and we killed them. And then we thought, oh, wait, these aren't soldier goblins. They're just, like, trying to have a nice evening. And so then we didn't check the other rooms, I think, because of that.
Correct. Those were the rooms that are to the north of the column.
And then
hallway,
we got
for
this
lack of a better term.
hallway that had this goopy, mossy stuff in it, and maybe some blights or something. I think when I told them that we killed their goblin friends, they weren't really happy about it.
Yeah, and Ticklecorn will not help you down here.
So this is the first. This room with the statue and the weird floor tile is the first room we've got to where nobody's really mad at us, except that shadow, I guess.
If you want to return your little Treesus there, you might want to ask him which way to go.
Treesus, do you know which way to go?
I can't remember. Can you easily communicate with Treesus?
Only in the sense that, talking to plants is supposed to help them grow.
Yeah, Treesus, when you tell him that, grows 1/8 of an inch. Otherwise, makes no response.
He's only pantomime so far. He doesn't actually talk.
Yeah, he.
Didn't he say I am Groot?
Yeah, I am Groot without the
Yep.
I am Grooting.
Several times, as I recall.
So we do want to go. We've been, and so I missed last session, but we've been to these rooms to get to here. So we're kind of going back north, kind of up this way, right? And then kind of going back around to the east.
Well, the room that we actually came down in, which is that big room over on the west side and has the cavernous area up to the north. I mean, it has a door down to the south that we haven't been through, or we've got the 2 eastern doors that don't have that we haven't been through, or we've got that nice long corridor that we haven't really checked out.
We were in that purple room, but I don't remember what the purple stuff was.
Fungus.
Was it fungus? But it's different from the brown stuff in the other room, right?
Yeah, the purple stuff didn't eat weapons.
Right.
That's good.
It does look like we have a couple of stairways down that go underneath the purple room, but
Oh, I thought those led
actually,
to the purple
yeah,
room.
I'm pretty sure they led to and from it because of, yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'm seeing break marks as opposed to doorways, but that's okay. It doesn't matter to me.
I want to go through the purple room.
Let's do it. Lead on.
Just because all that blight stuff or whatever back behind us had the angry blights and 8 weapons, and that doesn't seem like a good place.
And didn't we decide that Dorian was basically going first on everything?
Unfortunately.
You can do
I think I was
it!
following you, though.
Bella is going to follow the little rabbit that has appeared. Oh, I thought we were going the other way.
But I still don't know which way we're going. We went into
To the
the purple
east.
room.
I thought that this was the way, the stairs out of the purple
Yeah,
room to the
there
east.
is no east from the purple room.
No, it even was saying that the stairways actually lead into and out of the purple room.
That's
as
the
opposed
way
to
I was
underneath
taking
which
it, yes.
Because we took the left one before, and that's how we got into the room with the statue.
I may have been misreading the map, but
think.
since
Sure,
that's what
that
I've been
was
doing
this
all
door
along,
right.
yeah, we're going to assume that those stairways go into the purple room.
Okay.
Woot woot. Okay, so we're going to the east then.
Kick the door open.
That's not even a door.
Kick the air open. I'll pounce up the stairs. Bounce, bounce.
Roundhouse kick into the empty space at the corner and just like Power Ranger style. Wah!
Step into the void.
That's a long one, eh?
Is there anything here that will eat our weapons?
No, this is just a very ordinary long hallway. If you look way, way, way down, you can see there are 2 doors heading off to the east.
Just as a reminder, I do have a passive perception of 15.
Can we listen at this door?
You can.
I will get out of the way to allow for more sensible people to listen and perceive.
I'm going to twitch my ears at the direction of the door.
Bless you.
Should I roll a perception?
Sure, why not?
I'm just trying to see where this thing... There's something specific I'm looking for that I think I should be looking at the DM's map, but I'm just looking at the player's map because they weren't nearly identical. Okay, yeah, perception. There is definitely something going on inside that door. Something weird. I'm going to move it back a little bit. There.
Weird. Does it sound like the ocean at all?
It does not.
Okay.
I'm going to very carefully, stealthily crack open the door and peek through it if I can.
The door is locked.
Fine, I'll unlock it.
You do have thieves' tools, yes?
I do indeed.
Okay. And actually what I'm looking for is a dex check. Oh, you're doing that.
That is a dex check, yep.
Yep. I was looking at that wrong. Nope. You rattle the lock around a bit and it stays locked. You can
Well,
certainly
we'll try
try
again.
again.
Does the door appear to be sturdy?
It's not liking me today.
The door does appear to be very, very sturdy. And that time you thought you heard the lock giggle at you.
I probably did.
Hey, Thudger.
Giggle.
Thanks for being here. At last,
That's better.
Finnegan inserts his thieves' tools into the lock, and after several tries, it swings open. A layer of soil covers the floor. There are rough wooden shelves filled with a scattering of tomes and scrolls lining the north and east walls, and a rough-hewn desk stands in the center of the chamber. And that trap is very visible, isn't it? Yeah, oh well.
Yep.
Oops. I didn't think it was supposed to. This is why I should have used the DM's map, but it's really a pain to have two maps going at once. But you just know it's a trap. You don't know what kind it is. Rough-hewn desk stands in the center of the chamber. Fungus on the ceiling provides light, apparently in sufficient quantity to nourish several small bushes and pale saplings that grow in the soil.
Bella holds Treesus out to the plants, the soil, and asks Treesus, "Is this your home?"
Treesus doesn't seem to do anything.
I'll step in.
Dorian steps in and takes a good look around everything and just kind of goes, what? Shrugs. There's nothing to smash in here.
There's the desk.
Yep, you've got a desk, you've got shelves filled with tomes.
I want to try to look at the trap a little bit more intently.
Actually, you just know there is a trap. You can't actually see it because I'm using the... Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to find it.
Okay, that's a good question. It's not really a trap you can find. Well, okay, tell you what, give me a perception or similar of your choice. You know there's a trap here somewhere. You don't know what it is. Feel free to roll again.
Can we provide assistance in the... Oh, never mind.
Oh. At that, Finnegan notices something extremely strange about one of the tomes. And let me just type this in chat here.
Oh, darn. I was looking for a book without the pictures colored in.
So that is the title of the book, which only two of you can understand. So
Yeah, that there says Treasures of the Fire Lords, eh?
It does indeed. And you can tell that there is something very strange about this book. Your trap senses are looking at this book thinking, oh, okay. But yes.
Kind of giving the book the side eye.
The book is trapped.
Does this book look like it was Marvel or DC?
In the Yawning Portal, there is no Marvel or DC. At least not the way you're thinking of them.
Well,
I mean, people marvel at these strange and luminescent mosses and things hanging in the ceiling, and DC is when you get disconnected from Discord and Twitch.
Well, in case you forgot his backstory, Dorian would know what Marvel or DC are, because he's from Winnipeg and got teleported into Faerun.
Oh, that's right.
Winterpeg?
Yeah, no, there is a little scan yourself into the game thing, and there's a little warning label on it that says "Do not use if you have any Fey ancestry." But of course, they didn't tell anyone about it because no one does. But so he stepped in, and bam, there he is in Waterdeep. Oh, well, that's awkward.
But oh, sorry, go ahead.
She's going to go ahead and take one of his hand axes and kind of try and pull the suspicious tome out.
Yeah, you can pick it up with no problem.
Is it a picture book?
Well, there's only one way to find that out.
Oh, what the heck. Go ahead and open it.
Okay, what page are you opening it to?
Let's find out.
How many pages are there?
Page 31.
You turn to page 31 and see nothing but blank pages.
Great. Now he's just going to flip through it.
Yeah, fan through it, see if there's if it's all blank. Just kind of do the flip it with your thumb.
I'm going to need to know which page you're on every time.
Okay, well, let's stop on page 2 then.
Bad decision. Okay, I would like everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. And Seitan is AFK for a sec, so I can just roll a d20 for him. Wow, look at everyone rolling well.
I jump up really high and my tail gets big.
Since I actually fail, I only rolled a 10, which would fail, so... Oh boy. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that since I failed, I should probably wait for Jerry to get back so he can roll himself, because I don't want to be
This
the
is why you don't AFK.
I know, right?
Just yell down the hall at him.
Hey, you died!
Can I have his bunny?
Oh, well, I don't know. He theoretically could die.
Yeah, the bunny needs to make a saving throw too.
Ruh-roh.
Praise rabbit. Woohoo!
So let's see how many hit points people have here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there could definitely be some dying here. So I would like the 4 of you to each roll 5d8.
5
Or actually, I could just roll 5d8. That would probably be better. And then you'll all get hit equally. But you made your saving throw, so you each take 10 damage.
Well, ow!
Okay, since I failed your save for you, Jerry, I'm going to let you roll it yourself because I do not want to be the reason
no
you take
problem.
extra damage. So I need you to roll a dexterity save. Phew! Aren't you glad? 10 damage for you as well.
Ouch.
What about the bunny?
Yeah, I don't have the bunny on the combat tracker, so I'm not going to make you do that.
Well, I haven't really met the bunny yet.
Also, as long as you're in here, since Finnegan has a passive perception of DC 15, I really need to set my push to talk to something other than control because it does weird things here. We have some goodies for you. You have a protection from poison scroll, an entangle scroll, an ordinary tome, and the cubbies. What is in the cubbies? Oh, 4 agates and 365 gold pieces.
We're rich!
Oh, the tome is on druidic theories on the cycle of life and death and is worth 150 GP. It's a gold piece for every day of the year. So yes, not the same tome that was trapped and just gave you all that cold damage.
Yeah.
Does that book have pictures?
I guess it might have pictures of life and death. I'm sure at the very least it has some pages where you could draw pictures of your own.
I have an interest in druidic theories, but I'm not that much of a reader.
Well, I mean, it's now in your inventory, your party inventory, so you guys can do what you would like with it. I'm going to go ahead and remove this trap because it's set off now and you're done with it and it won't go off again. And that's pretty much all there is to find in this room. Passive perception is so nice because you don't have to investigate nearly as much.
Well, hey, if every other room is going to be this much fun, let's just keep going.
Well,
Make a beeline to this one and take a listen.
Well, there's a door right at Dorian right now.
Oh, there is. I didn't even see that.
Oh, okay.
Probably because Dorian was standing on it.
I'm going to turn around and open it.
Why is it not unmasking? Do I need to go back into mask mode?
Yeah.
There we go. I was in mask mode. I don't know why it didn't unmask the first time. So yes, there is a door from the south of this room. And it is not locked. So are you opening the door, Dorian? Dorian.
Dorian. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open the door and stick my face in.
Okay, twigs and roots are piled on the floor of this sagging chamber. The collapsed southern wall opens into a vast cavern. Luminescent fungus, they're everywhere! On the rough walls and the high roof loom over a twilight grove of sickly briars, bushes, saplings, and other woody plants. Ruined walls and hollow towers protrude from the briars.
Didn't Trees say something about Twilight Grove?
I believe
Somebody
he
did.
did.
I feel like we've heard of a Twilight Grove. Is there a ceiling?
It's where all the vampires and werewolves hang out.
How high are the briars that we see?
They're just very ordinary, just like knee height, just, just kind of complicating things for you.
They're knee height?
About. Also, I would like you all to roll initiative.
To roll initiative, did you say?
Yep.
Good old Tholgrin brand. In there at the end.
Ha-ha!
You see 4 goblins. They've just kind of been sitting here. Yep, let's see. Oh no, this is the right one. They were sitting here, they were sorting the specimens for Belak, which is that, half-orc gardener you killed a few episodes ago. And they definitely do not like you.
Well, they don't know we killed Belak yet.
They probably do, but they don't like intruders anyway.
Goblin mail. Gmail.
Groan.
Oh, that was terrible. Okay, so 3 of you are already in the room with the goblins.
Actually, I think it's gob mail.
Gobmail. That works. Okay, Finnegan, you are up first. You've got a goblin to the left, goblin to the right. Here you are, stuck in the middle with these guys.
Yep.
I think if you slap a goblin, that absolutely does make them gobsmacked.
Alright, I am going to attack goblin number 3 with my rapier.
Goblin number 3, come on down. Goblin number 3 nearly injures himself laughing at your wild swing that doesn't even come close. But he recovers in time.
That's fine. And as my bonus action, I am going to disengage.
Okay. Now it is goblin number 1's turn. And he's sitting there thinking, hey, you hurt my friends. So he is going to move over to you, and he is going to take a scimitar. And he's going to hit. And he does 6 damage to you, and you're now hurting. And that brings up Kirke. I might remind you, you're all already down 10 hit points. And some of you don't have a whole lot of hit points to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
Kirke farts in his hands and flings it at goblin number 3. Who fails his save, so go ahead and roll damage. Oh, goblin number 3 is no more. This brings up goblin number 4. Who takes a look at Kirke and is like, you hurt my friend.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? I did not realize he was that close to Bella, so yes. Bella, attack of opportunity.
I will whip my thorns back and forth.
That's a spell.
Whip your
Oh, then I will
thorns
just
back
smack him
and
with my club or same difference. So I'm going to lash out with my kitty cat claws. I missed horribly.
Again,
We're not sure if that was attacking the goblin or scratching your claws on the fungus.
It's more like I kind of just like stretched my claws.
and the goblin's like,
Marked my
stupid.
territory.
I'm a dog person, okay?
Did the goblin even notice the attack?
I don't think he did.
Probably not.
Not with the
He
nat one.
continues swinging his scimitar at Kirke. And he hits. Oh, 6 damage. And Kirke is hurting.
Hurting for certain.
Brings up goblin number 2, who pulls out a short bow and aims it at Bella. Because he did see the granted, half-hearted attempt to use the claws. And goblin number 2 misses.
Yay!
Bella, it is your turn.
Now you can whip your thorns back and forth.
Yeah, and I'm going to whip my thorns back and forth. Actually, instead, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast just double check, make sure I can do it. Yes, I can. Okay, I'm going to cast Healing Spirit on top of Finnegan.
I'm sure he would appreciate that.
That's going to last for 10 rounds. So whoever steps in that square or is in that square when their turn starts gets 1d6 healing.
Nice.
I was trying to figure out how to mark it. Oh, let me draw a square and then I'll try to drag it over to where Finnegan is.
I was actually going to just find some letter tokens if I can't find any letter tokens. Oh, that works too.
Okay, 5-foot cube. So Kirke and Finnegan are affected. Whee! So you guys get 1d6 healing.
Is it instantly or at the start of their turn?
At the start, they do get an instant one, and then if you start your turn in that square, you get another d6.
Okay, so it's instant and
Yeah.
turn start. Okay.
Okay, so if you guys each wanted to roll a d6.
Yeah. Whenever you move into the space,
and they're on key.
Your turn starts.
So if you guys each wanted to roll a d6.
And while you do that, that was my bonus action. So as my actiony action, I am going to whip my thorns back and forth.
Okay, so Kirke heals for 3. Finnegan heals for 4. Okay, whip those thorns. Oh, that's a hit.
And I'm not going to pull that guy closer to me because reasons.
Okay. Okay.
6 damage.
Goblin number 2 is
And
now
I'm
hurting.
gonna move over into the corner.
Okay.
And I'm done. Oops,
Whoops.
I'm sorry. I ended my turn at the same time as you ended my turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Seitan.
I'm going to burst through the door, run up, and hack at the guy with my axe.
Hack away. Is it a great axe? It's a not bad axe.
No, it's a hand axe.
Oh.
It's also used for cooking.
So his next name is now Lizzie.
Oh, by the way, you were not in. You don't heal 1 point. You were not in Bella's circle or square. Whoops. Yeah.
But the cool thing is
Oh
it
wow,
lasts 10 rounds.
we almost damaged you a lot.
All right, there we go.
Okay, goblin number 4 is now hurting. And hang on a sec. The goblins yell something.
Hopefully it's Owl.
Cha-cha-za?
So,
can I-
none of you understand goblin.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, yet I
Okay.
can't read that.
Because that is in goblin.
I have Goblinoid as a language.
Okay.
Should I have spelled it? Should I have spelled it goblin on my page instead of goblinoid?
Yes. Yes.
Hit me again.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good. They called for a protector of the Twilight Grove to aid them.
They did indeed. And it is... Was that the end of your turn, Seitan?
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. It is.
Dorian.
Yay! Alright, well, I'm going to use one of my charges of Nerd Rage, and boom! There we are. Let's rage out here. And we're going to take a swing with the pretty darn good axe over at Goblin number 4, eh?
Okay. That's a hit.
That's going to do some crunching. Just a lot of crunching.
Okay, Goblin number 4. He's dead.
And
With a similar sound effect to what I just made.
Step over his corpse. Apologize, sorry, eh? Nothing personal. And then come up to Goblin number 2 and just look at him menacingly. Grrr! And that's my turn.
Okay. Finnegan.
At the start of the turn, correct?
Yes.
Woohoo! 1 point of healing. And then I'm going to attack Goblin number 1 with my rapier.
That is a hit. Goblin number 1 bites to dust. However, in response to the goblin's cry for help, you see 4 twig blights. And they do not look happy with you. Twig blight number 1. Moves over to Dorian. And claws.
Bring it on, eh?
And claws wildly at him, but doesn't do any damage. Twig blight number 3. Where is twig blight? There is twig blight number 3.
You smell like pine saw.
Also moves up to Dorian. Claws, oh, and I mean, you think bark actually fell off of some of his limbs, but you were untouched. Which brings up Kirke.
I can move the healing spirit as a bonus action later, so don't feel pinned.
Oh yeah, Kirke, if you wanted to roll a d6, I will take some damage off of you. Actually, Finnegan should have done that too, shouldn't he? Oh, nice.
He did. At the very top, you see he rolled a d6 for his 1.
Ah, okay. Did I take that off? Oh. I totally missed that. Okay, now it's off. Okay, Kirke. What would you like to do? Okay. Kirke farts in his hand, flings it at goblin number 2, who fails to save, And even though Kirk only rolls a 1, that's all the goblin had left.
That's so sad.
I know, right? Bella! It was a very potent one.
Okay, so as my bonus, I'm going to move. Well, I can't seem to move it now. I was going to move the healing down to... I'm going to just redraw it.
I love that Dorian has nerd rage instead of just rage.
Well, of course.
So I'm going to move it over to them instead.
Okay, Seitan and Dorian, I would like you both to roll a d6.
Well, no, she didn't recast it. She just moved it for a bonus action.
Okay, never
I
mind.
just moved it, but
So-
you still get D6 because you just got moved into the square that had it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then I should have gotten one when I stepped over Homeboy's corpse. Because I stepped into it, and then
Yeah, like you could step in and step out and get healed during your turn.
I wasn't thinking of that. Okay. In that case, Seitan rolled d6, Dorian rolled 2d6.
It's the healing hokey pokey.
Wow, that's like the worst possible roll you could get there, Dorian.
Just about.
yeah.
Only run one roll worse.
Yep. Okay, and
And
Bella.
then, as my main action, I'm trying to figure out.
I think you shattered him with your whip last time.
This is too many pointers. When you remove a pointer, it removes all the pointers.
Ah. Also just
I'm pointer impaired tonight.
figure I might as well unmask that other little bit there. Because you can see that from where you are, I'm sure.
Let me check the spell while I'm even thinking about it. Cool.
Four Angry Twig Blight sounds like a good name for a band.
I'm trying to see about casting a thunder wave.
Ooh.
That's a 15-foot cube.
Oh, that's right. It is a cube.
It's a cube that extends from your feet, your hands, so you'd have to like get up in
Yeah.
their faces
I
to
gotta
clap
move.
it.
I've got to move, but I wanted to try to do the thing before I like move my thing into the space of trying to work with the pointers.
There, well, I put a pointer up there so you can do yours independently.
Them too. Now, at that spot right there, does that mean that Dorian gets hit?
I'm going to be nice and say no.
Because what I was trying to
It's
do, I
just
keep drawing you
barely-
at angles, but I was trying to like do it like it's a straight square.
But you
But I
need to
can't
be
turn
in that
this.
square that says 15 feet to cast it like that.
On the edge. She's on the edge of it.
Yeah, it's
Or
from
inside
Oh,
it.
okay.
It just has to. She just has to be
Oh.
on a point in it.
Oh, it's not around her. It's straight out from her. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's just such a small little corner. I'm thinking that Dorian is not taking up an entire 5-foot square. So he's kind of towards the northeast edge, and he's gonna, yeah, it'll miss him. So thunder wave away. You
So with the
Dorian-
thunder wave, the blights have to make a con save of 12. I can roll on them, I guess. Okay, number 3 failed.
Mm-hmm. Number 1 really failed. Fail.
Okay, so far everybody's failing. Okay, so the only
Number
one that
2
succeeded
is
was
okay,
2.
but all the others.
Ironic, number 2 being the one on the very edge.
That probably helped him avoid it, and also the fact that number 4 was kind of blocking him a little bit. You know, got the bulk of it.
I would have thought ironic would have been the one that was right in front of you.
So everybody who didn't save takes 6 damage, and they get moved back 10 feet, and then Twig Blight 2 takes 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
So these, let's see, 1, 3, and 4 each take 6 damage.
I mean, oh yeah, I got that wrong. Number 2 gets 3 damage. And that's me. I'm done.
And that brings up the savable Twig Blight number 2.
Oh, they're all dead?
Oh, no, they just got moved back.
Yeah, their little health thing looks gray, though, which usually indicates dead or unconscious.
Life impairment.
Oh, actually, you are correct. They are all dead. Jeez, I'm totally looking at that. I'm looking at their initiative. Haha. Oops. So, yes, 1, 3, and 4 are dead. Twig Blights are apparently not very hardy. That was effective. So, Twig Blight number 2, the only one left, is going to run up here to Bella. And whip his claws back and forth. He whips his claws back and forth. And, wow, do we have Drax dice or
Yay!
something? He
You know,
whips
I'm
his
just
claws
gonna.
back and forth, and bark actually does fall right off some of his limbs and totally misses Bella.
Oh,
Bringing up Seitan.
I'd have been really sad if I'd failed a concentration check.
All right, I am going to run up
Okay, oh,
and
Seitan,
use
roll a
my-
d6.
Roll a d6.
You started your turn inside that, Okay, so you're going to heal for 2? Okay, go for it. And that is a miss.
All right, I think that's all I'm going to do.
Dorian, roll a d6.
Roll a d6. Alright.
Okay, we're whittling down the damage.
Gonna come over here and take a swing with the pretty darn good axe at Twig Blight number 2.
That is a hit.
And seeing 6 damage crushed him, I'm pretty sure this is gonna do some Christmas tree action.
Yeah, instant death. He just crumbles.
And then I'm going back into the healing thing.
Yeah!
Okay, I am not quite sure how that works. Bella, does he get healed again if he leaves and comes back in on the same turn?
I think that's kind of DM's discretion because it's when you enter, according to the spell description, and then when you start your turn in it.
I'm thinking you can't get healed twice in one turn.
That's alright, I'll start my next turn in it.
I guess it says when you move into the space for the first time on the turn is what the wording actually says. So yeah, only one heal per turn.
Because I already was in there
Right.
before in my turn.
It would be your second
Bingo.
scoop.
Bingo. 2 scoops like Baskin Robbins, eh?
And, by the way, from the goblins, you got 39 silver pieces. So let me add that to your party inventory.
Are
Okay,
we
well,
out of combat?
Since this thing lasts for like 10 minutes, I think everybody's going to just kind of go in and stand it until everybody's fully healed and then step out and
It's
let somebody else
1
fully
minute,
heal.
so everybody,
Oh, 1 minute.
assuming
Okay.
we've had 2 rounds, everyone could roll 68, I think. This is 8 rounds of healing left. So assuming you don't roll 8 ones.
8d6?
Yeah, 8d6.
And if everything goes well, Seitan and Dorian can get out of the way the next round and let everyone else get.
It's kind of like you're walking in and out. You know, I'm assuming everybody's walking through it during their turn is how this would work. It's like healing ring around the rosy.
So just to save time, I'm going to just say that you guys are all now healed.
Or we could just assume we're all clear.
Well, I mean, somebody could
Yeah.
roll a lot of ones. I don't know who that would be.
Bean.
And somehow roll 8 ones, and then you'd only get 8 healing.
You're all healed up. Nobody's gonna roll that. Oh, I am holding down the wrong push to talk key again. Force of habit. No. Doesn't look like anybody's gonna roll 8 ones. I'm just gonna give it to you. So you are all healed up. I don't know how you're doing on spells. You are, for the time being, relatively safe. If you need a rest, you could take one here.
If we could. I mean, if it's safe for a long rest, we might as well.
I don't know that I actually need one. I still have all my spells open and healing is fine, but it's up to the rest of the group.
Yeah, I didn't know if
Yes.
anybody had anything they needed to replenish, so.
I think
That's
Bell is the only
fine.
one who actually used a spell.
2 spells.
I used 2 whole spells.
Ooh.
But we can continue on, and hopefully there's not a giant walrus at the end of this hallway waiting to eat us all.
Well, if there is, I can speak with animals, eh?
And I guess 1 walrus is fine. It's like if there's 15 walruses.
I can pretty much guarantee you there will be no walruses at all.
Okay.
And Walrus are not known for their land speed.
Walrus.
So, does this area look more like Teresa's place?
Oh, now that you're moving down.
So I'll hold Treesus up to the briars and be like, "Does this look familiar? Is this your home?"
Okay. Pale, spindly briars press close, casting twisted shadows on the earth floor in the violet light.
Are they all over the floor, or are they just in these little pockets of space? You said before that they were like knee high.
Yeah, I'm thinking, why is it not letting me drag just that on here? I wanted to.
Because if
Yes.
they're all over the floor, Bella's going to crawl along the walls. Or she's going to climb up on the walls and climb her way.
Uh,
But if they're
Let's
patches,
see.
she'll walk.
Hey, evil beaker. A bean reference, yes. What size? Bella, you are not hindered by the briars whatsoever. I'm trying to remember. I'm thinking Seitan being a gnome, that would be considered small, yes?
I think we're all considered medium.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are all considered
Gnome
medium,
is small.
you can only move half of your normal movement speed. Or you need to make a Constitution saving throw to be able to.
That's why I'm going to climb so that I'm not on the ground.
Oh, yeah, you actually have a choice. You can either move half as fast or roll to see if you take damage. If you want to move at normal speed.
Yeah, half speed's fine.
Yeah, if you move at half speed, you will not take damage from the briars.
Can we just, Dorian, just pick Seitan up and put him on his shoulders? Or Finnegan?
I do not have a problem with that.
Pick both of them up on the sides, football style, and then just carry them through?
I will want a strength check for that. I was looking for 15, you got 15, so yes, you can pick up Kirke and Seitan and carry them so that they do not have to deal with the briars.
Well, Kirke isn't a gnome. It was Finnegan and Seitan were gnome and halfling, correct?
Finnegan's human.
Oh, Finnegan's human. Okay, never mind. So Seitan's a gnome. Isn't Kirke a half elf? I think. Yeah, half elf. Okay.
Yeah. So I think Seitan's the only small.
Giddy up!
For some reason, it's not letting me. Yeah.
Oh, and we looted some silver from the goblins. That was it.
Yeah, the links on this one are not working, so give me a sec here while I draw something up here.
Bella has unleashed her claws and she has climbed up along the cave walls. And she's kind of making her way along that way.
Oops,
Following the line of this space at 20 feet per turn. Tick, tick, tick.
Nope. Okay. For some reason, the links in this particular one are not working, so I've got to do this manually, which is a little bit of a pain. You're not. Okay, you're not far yet. Okay, so you are continuing to move throughout the grove, I take it?
Sure.
I'll clear a bit more for you to see.
Well, you said hang on for a sec, so it kind of
Bok demons.
slowed up.
Yeah, no Bok demons that I know of.
Bok demons?
Okay, Finnegan, you are now 50 feet in. So you triggered some wrath here.
Are you saying there are demonic chickens?
Yes.
According to Pants the Warforged, there are.
Yeah. Strange feathered beasts that make unholy noises.
I am just placing a few things on the map here for your enjoyment.
Did we ever determine if this was Teresa's home or not?
I don't think he answered. He may
He
have
may
ghosted
have
me.
grown a bit, but... And I would like you guys to roll initiative because as you progress further in, you find more tree blades. Or twig blades. Tree, twig, whatever.
Twiglets.
Twiglets.
Are we killing Jesus' cousins?
It's a British snack.
Can I, now that I am level 3 and have an animal companion, can this be the encounter where I rescued the bunny?
Yes. I think that would be a fine idea.
It's a briar rabbit.
Just going to move you over there a little bit so I can see that. Okay.
Just
So,
please don't throw me in the briar patch.
first up is Twig Blight number 5. And he's looking at you all, and he moves up here. Finnegan is the closest one to him. So he Wow. I mean, he's going to make like a tree and leave. But no, he's actually just going to stand there, but all his leaves are now drooping. Which brings up Twigblight number 2, who is also going to move up here by Finnegan, because he's closest. And he doesn't miss as embarrassingly as the first Twigblight, but it's still, you know, his leaves don't fall off, but they droop a bit. And that brings up Dorian.
Hey! All
The
right.
nerd from the north.
Yeah, so I'm going to walk up to the first little tree bite here and say, "Hi, I don't know why you're mad at me, but I'm going to rage out about it." And then fly into a nerd rage. And then take a swing at twig blight number 5.
And miss.
Oh.
Do you have a bonus action?
That was flying into the rage.
Ah.
And that's my turn.
Bella.
Gosh. Okay, well, I drop off the wall, so I'm back down on the ground. And I think I'm just going to whip my thorns back and forth.
Whip those thorns.
Whoop.
That is a hit on Twigblight number 5. And Twigblight number 5 is no more.
Yay!
He is shattered.
That's going to be me.
Twigblight number 6. Is not close enough to get any of you yet, but he's going to move up. I'm going to put him right here. And he's going to shake his limbs menacingly at you and end his turn. And it's Finnegan's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, shake his limbs back and forth. He shakes his limbs back and forth.
And then I am going to attack Twigblight number 2.
That is a hit. Twigblight number 2, instant death. Kindling. Seitan.
Okay. We got sticks. We've got axes. This is good. However, I can only do a half movement if I don't want to take damage. Correct?
This is correct. Well, you would get a DC check for damage, but yes.
All right, I'm going to have to do it anyway because I want to run up to the Twigblight. So what's the DC?
What is the DC? Wrong one. E. Don't tell me I closed it. Oh, here we go. DC 10 for every 10th, yeah. The DC is 10, and you need to do it for every 10 feet moved. So it looks like you moved 20 feet?
Correct. And so it's 2, you said dexterity?
Constitution. Constitution. You make the first one, you fail the second one. So on the second one, you take only 1 piercing damage. So
It was worth it! I yell as I sink the hand axe, or attempt to sink the hand axe into the Twigblight.
That is a miss.
Lizzie.
It was still worth it. And that's my turn.
I can see where it was. Okay, Twigblight number 4 is way down here. I have a love-hate relationship with the way, and I know I can turn it off, but it automatically on my screen jumps to whatever is the next character up. Twigblight number 4, being a Twigblight isn't affected, is going to run up here. No, I don't think he can run that far. He's going to run here and just shake his limbs back and forth, but that's it. Twig blade number 1. Twig blade number 1 is going to run up here and attempt to claw Seitan. Oh, that is a hit.
Ouch.
For 2 whole damage. Twig blade number 3, way down here, is just going to run up a bit. And he's far enough away, he just kind of looks at you guys like, yeah, I'll see how things go before I decide if I'm going to, waste my effort shaking my limbs around. Kirke. Oh, Kirke looks like he's moving into throw a fart at the twig blades range.
Yeah, except it doesn't really affect twig blights.
I can't remember if it's poison or acid, but I don't see anything that says they're immune to either. Okay, throw that rock. Twig blight number 1 failed. So roll your damage. Oh, that is a lot of damage. Twig blight number 1 collapses in a pile of twigs and kindling.
He's now just twiglet dust.
Mm-hmm. Dorian!
Alright. So I'm going to move over here and come down here and tangle with these two.
How far did you move? You were up here above Kirke?
I was here between Kirke and Finnegan. So 1, 2, 3.
Half speed.
Plenty enough.
Okay. That's 15 feet. Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you do the diagonals, it's still 20 feet, and I have 10 feet left.
Well, remember, you're moving at half speed.
Unless I want to make a save.
Right.
But
So.
anyway, so we have... I thought that was only affecting people that were small.
No, those are the ones who are not affected by it. Because they can easily slip through the briars. You
I
big
misunderstood
folk,
that.
Yes, you big folk. Like Bella being a kitty is fine. The rest of you, not so much.
Okay.
Anyway,
well,
that looks like 15 feet. Your movement speed is 30, so that's fine.
Alright, so we're going to take a swing at the pretty darn good axe at twig blight number 4 and miss.
Yeah, that's a pretty not so great axe right now. I do like that you changed the name, though, to a pretty darn good axe. Do you have any bonus actions?
Nope, not that I can use right now, so that's it.
Hey, Bella!
I'm going to Thorn Whip Twig Blight 6.
Okay. Twig Blight 6 awaits your whip. That is a hit.
And in this case, I am going to pull them 10 feet closer so that it causes... Well, let me roll my damage first.
Okay.
Just in case I kill them.
Bam. Yeah, no sense
that
pulling
kill
him
it?
any
Okay.
closer because he no longer exists.
Maybe she wants to scratch it.
Yeah. So yes, you take the remnants of the twig blight and you make yourself a scratching log.
All these toys, they break so quickly.
Put it in your mouth, and then you go up to the party leader and drop it at its foot.
Flip it up in the air.
Have these twigs, I killed them just for you. Finnegan.
Cast a firebolt at twig blight number 3.
Okay. Automatic miss. Seitan.
All right. I'm going to give it another shot. 10 foot of movement. Do a con check.
No, actually, since you can move up to 30 feet, it's only if you're moving, like, more than half of your movement speed in a turn.
Oh, okay.
So you're
Great.
good on this one.
Chop! Yay!
Oh, that's a hit. Twig Blade, number 4. Bella has a few splinters and shreds to add to her scratching log. Twig Blade number 3 looks at this and is like, "Brrr." He moves up here and he claws at Seitan totally ineffectively. And his branches kind of droop. A couple leaves fall off. He totally misses, and that brings up Kirke. Okay, Kirke is going to fart in his hand and throw it at the Twig Blight, who fails his save. And takes 1 point of damage. So, just a little fart. Dorian.
Oh, that's it. We need to nickname Kirke the Spleen.
You know, I hear Canadians are, like, good at chopping down trees and logging and stuff.
Was it be right back 30 seconds? It's more than 30 seconds.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't even realize he had gone AFK. I should check Discord more.
I'm just saying that Paul Bunyan's from Minnesota. Trees just weren't good up up north enough. So had to come down to Minnesota, start chopping trees.
Oh, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Tell you what, I am going to go ahead and let Bella take her turn, and then Dorian can take his when he gets back.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Yay.
It's your turn.
Good,
Oh,
I was getting
yay.
ready to sing a chorus of Baby Tree.
Baby shark.
Save it for Kobold Kindergarten Wednesday.
Okay, we'll take the pretty darn good axe and take a swing.
That's a hit.
Finally.
Twig Blight number 3. Come on down. Oh, and even though he only rolled a 1, he's got that +5 attached to it, and Twig Blight number 3 is now a pile of logs.
Yay. And seeing no further targets, yeah. Okay, so there's that.
Bella's going to climb back up on the wall and start moving her way along.
This actually works. It does not. So, I need to roll 1d4. This feels kind of pointless, but
Are we out
why
of
is
combat
this-
at this point?
you are. This boy, something is really going weird here. It is not letting me drag NPCs on. It's not dragging the links. just what I've done before. I'm trying to drag these twig blights onto here, but instead of putting them on.
Yeah, that's because you're not dragging the tokens. You're dragging the. You need to drag things from the
Oh wait,
combat.
that's what I need to do.
To the map.
That's what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, it's not even letting me. Normally, I can just drag the encounter to the combat tracker and it puts them on there.
Did Seitan rescue his bunny?
Oh, we do need to explain that, don't we? Yes, cowering in the briars, Seitan finds a tiny bunny.
Yay! I grab it by its ears, and then I say, "You're gonna make a great dinner." Although I already start to see a look in my eyes that perhaps that may not be.
Anyway, stirred by the sounds of combat, you see 2 more twig blights. So I would like you to roll initiative.
Is this within the same minute as the previous combat?
I'm guessing it probably is.
Okay. We'll turn that back on.
Okay.
That would be his nerd rage.
Okay, Finnegan. You are up. You see 2 more twig blights approaching. And they look angry.
That's right. Firebolt.
That is a hit on twig blight number 2. And that is a dead twig blight number 2. Burn, baby, burn. Bella.
I'm not in range of the twig blight, so I'm going to just keep moving along the wall.
Okay. And remember, you are small, so the briars do not affect you.
Well, I'm medium, but I'm climbing along the wall so I can avoid them.
Well, if you are in cat form, I'm thinking you're small.
Well, I don't, Tabaxi isn't like a tiny cat.
It's
more like
yeah. I'm looking at your avatar.
Puma walking upright. But yeah, my avatar is an actual cat.
Yeah, I'm looking at that thinking, you're just a cute little kitty.
Yeah, that was my cat Duncan when he was little.
Aww. He's so
This
cute.
is all a ploy so the DM won't kill me.
I mean, that is total brownie points with the DM. You are correct. If I've got to kill somebody, you'll be last on the list.
Got those Puss in Boot eyes.
Dorian, Bella is moving along the wall. You've got a twig blight about 25 feet from you.
Yep, barreling full speed. Bonk. 25 feet by my count. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, 25 feet.
Okay.
So that's that would be 10 feet over half speed.
Yes. So roll me a d10.
You said it was a Constitution save?
Yep. Now I can't remember what the save was.
10.
Oh, okay. No damage. You're good.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a swing with a pretty darn good axe.
Okay, the pretty darn good axe is pretty darn good. You hit. And the twig blight is a goner.
Crunch!
You know, I have not even been keeping track of XPs. I am a terrible DM. I'll have to go through later.
What was that? 5 twig bites in the previous one and then 2 for this one, this wave?
And then 4 previously and 4 goblins.
That was actually 6 and 2 and 4 and 4 goblins. Yes.
So 12 twig blights, 2 goblins. Four gobbers, not 2 gobbers. Yeah, I typed it correctly and said it wrong.
Yep, I am looking to see. Why are not telling me? Oh, here we go. That's not where you were, though. I am talking to myself. I'm trying to figure out how much XP to give you. I'm thinking that's got to be 100 for the encounter, not per twig plate. Like I said, I'm talking to myself.
We don't need to do that
Yeah,
right now.
we'll do that another time.
I mean, we're not going to level up mid-session anyway, so.
That's true.
We
That's
just
very
leveled, so it's not like it's going to make a difference.
true. Okay, you're starting to see a little bit more of this area you're in. Aha. I'm not even going to try to mask. Oops. That's why I have to use a different key besides control for push to talk.
I like shift myself, but you know, pluses and minuses for everything.
Okay. A walled clearing is here among the briars. The walls are about 20 feet high, which is less than half of the height of the cavern's ceiling. Several varieties of plants grow around the perimeter of the clearing, including a few suspicious-looking saplings, but their importance pales before that which stands at the courtyard's center. Beneath the fungal light grows an evil tree. Its blackened, twisted limbs reach upward like a skeletal hand clawing its way out of the earth. Before it stand a few twig blights, a heavily armored young human male with a shield and sword, a blonde young human woman in a robe fit for a noble, and a middle-aged bearded human male wearing a hooded brown robe and armed with a staff and sickle. The younger humans have black eyes and gray skin with the texture of bark.
Oh.
Hey guys, I think I found something important.
I hold out Treesus with one hand, and I'm like, "Is this your mommy?"
So this is basically what you're looking at.
He is totally not a druid.
If he is, he's metal.
Oh, dude, isn't everybody metal?
Oh yes, this time it let me drag this on there, and I'm so glad it did. Because, wow, this would be a pain in the butt. Also, why are they hostile? I don't.
So I guess this could be the sister and SirBravhnd. Maybe the guy with the shield could be SirBravhnd.
As a matter of fact,
And
you have come across Bilak the Outcast. And that is him standing in the middle there in that picture I shared with you. And he's basically here studying the Gulthias tree, which I think some of you in one of the other sessions may be a bit familiar with. But he is well aware that you are approaching. Standing with him are Sir Brayford, that's just the paladin that was rumored to have been with the brother and sister, and Sharwin Hukreli, the daughter that you are supposed to be finding.
does she still have jewelry on her fingers? Because we really want to find the ring, right?
You know something? Does she have to? Yes, she is wearing her signet ring.
Cool. I feel like I don't remember who hired it. Was her mom, their mom, or their aunt, or somebody? She seemed more concerned about these rings than necessarily bringing back the kids alive.
She really kind of did. Anyway, now that you are getting closer, and they can see you, let's actually, let you see them too.
Do they wave?
Dorian does.
They do not.
Do we
I
wave?
mean, you guys can. None of these NPCs wave, but if you guys would like to wave at them, you are certainly welcome to do so.
Hey there.
Hi.
Bilak. Oh, and there are also some twig blights just to serve as a general annoyance because, as you've already discovered, they're squishy as hell and not much of a, not much challenge. Bilak says, "Hold a moment, you know not what you do."
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing half the time anyway, so that's not different.
Yeah, we just need a ring. I mean, jewelry's pretty straightforward, right?
I am Bilak, called the Outcast. My circle expelled me, the fools. Why? Because I dared to expand nature's reach in ways they couldn't grasp. I have found what I sought in the Gulthias tree.
And what would that be?
You're asking what is the Gulthias tree?
No, he said he found what he was looking for, essentially. So what were you looking for?
I choose not to answer that.
Since we're having a conversation, we might not want to be, around walls and yelling across a cavern.
Oh, I don't know.
Though your remains would enrich the compost, you'll serve my needs better as supplicants. You shall retain your lives after a fashion.
Okay, yeah, he's a dick.
Besides,
So, remember now, you guys who have watched, or participated in some of the other D&D night streams may know about the Gulthias tree. This party probably does not. Also, it's like, there's a lot of twig blights here. It's like, you could ask him some stuff, is what I'm saying. I don't want to metagame, but you could, certainly ask him some stuff.
I actually want to ask about. I was like, I am sorry, I've never heard of this kind of tree. Why is this tree like this?
It's beautiful, no? It lives, though it looks dead. In an age long past, someone staked a vampire on this very spot. The stake took root, and so grew the Gulthias tree, reverberating with primal power for those who can tap it. And meanwhile, the twig blights are sort of shaking their limbs menacingly at you.
Does that mean we can't make Gulthias syrup?
It's just wrong. Trying to tap a tree. I mean, come on.
Is that an undead tree then? Is this tree alive?
That's a good question.
That doesn't sit well. From where Bella stands, or her point of view, trees should have leaves or coconuts or something that's really pretty and cool, and this tree is not it. I mean, poor. I mean, Treesus is just a baby, so he's going to get leaves eventually, right?
Well,
Not if we leave him here.
The tree does produce fruit. So if I'm going to metagame just a little and assume that you asked Balak about the fruit. Because I don't think we actually got you didn't get through the whole dungeon. There was a spot where the fruit would have been pertinent, but I don't think we got to there. So Balak tells you, I give fruit to the goblins with orders to disperse their seeds on the surface. Deceitful beings that they are, the goblins barter the fruit, but the seeds are dispersed all the same. My plan for colonizing the surface with the children of Gulthias continues. And Bella?
I'm going to hold out Treesus and
you're
be like...
holding out Treesus, and you can swear that Treesus is looking at you and suddenly does not look overly friendly. Or cute. Or any other...
Is Treesus a sleeper agent?
Well, you know, you just found him skulking around in a pot.
It's a sleeper
that...
seed.
But,
Wait,
yeah...
your kid...
I mean,
It
the
took root in
goblins
a
were
chamber
supposed to
pot?
disperse. The goblins were supposed to disperse the seeds. And they did. And you did find him, I believe, in a goblin-controlled area.
Okay,
You can
so
do the math.
Bella's gonna slowly set the pot down in an adjacent square.
Oh, you're not going to try to talk him out of his being evil because, you know, you loved him and you carried him and you're taking him home and...
But that was the assumption that he was just like a normal little tree guy. If this is an offspring of this corrupted tree that's born out of like a dead vampire,
And
that
as you set him
sounds like...
down, Belak looks at you and says, "The twig blades grow from seeds of the tree's fruit." So, yes, Treesus is a baby twig blade. He's not yet old enough to, you know, start fighting, but...
Oh, come on, you can turn him.
Yeah, haven't you seen Angel? Like, you can always return, you know, redeem the undead and stuff. You just gotta give him, like, love, eh?
He's a twig blade. I'm not sure you really qualify as undead. The sins of the father tree should not be visited upon the sapling.
But twig
But
blights
see,
are
he's
inherently a
an...
perversion of nature.
Yes.
She said perversion.
Suddenly you realize there's also a frog, which is
Hey.
Belak's pet Kulkit.
Oh, I thought his name was Kermit. Okay.
Nope. And
The French guy
Sharwin
around
Hukrelli
here?
is going to
I
come
got really
stand next to
excited for a
Belak.
second.
And Kulkit and Sir Brayford and the twig blades are going to just kind of position themselves between you and Belak. And Belak says again, "Though your remains would enrich the compost, you'll serve my needs better as supplicants. You shall retain your lives after a fashion. Surrender and submit peacefully, or perish."
Which square is Sharwin in?
Sharwin is next to Belak's left, or which would be to his right as you're facing him.
This
To the
guy's
west.
a bit of a jerk. I say we just go ahead and kill him. What about that? Any
Yeah.
objections?
Works for me.
Roll
Good plan.
initiative.
Quality plan.
And for the first part, I will tell you your the twig blades, as Belak says this, are going to move up so that they are the first line of combat. Everything else is just going to sit there looking at you. So, again, not to metagame, but stick to the twig blades first. They're going to go down easily anyway. Dorian, you are up.
All right, gonna move up. Oopsie. Over here.
By the
to,
way, the briars are, as you can see, are kind of cleared out of this area, so you don't have to worry about them anymore.
Good to know. All right, so I'm gonna move up here to tie up all these guys.
I'm assuming Seitan's actually traveled with us and is not really lurking that far back, but what do I know?
No, that's correct. Yeah. How about I overbrought the Tabaxi? Because I'm showing the Tabaxi the bunny when we ran into this.
Tell you what, before we actually start combat, how about if we take 5 for bio snack whatever break, and be back here in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Oh, yes. Good idea. Yeah, it's like I haven't DM'd in so long. Okay, while we're waiting for everyone to get back, I would like to just remind everybody we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds. That is the software we're using to play this game. You can find out more at www.fantasygrounds.com. You can also follow them on Twitter at FantasyGrounds2. That is a number 2. It's really pretty great software. There is a free option along with various subscriptions. They've got the Unity version now, probably upcoming quotation marks soon, *TM and all that. It's Kickstarter. When did the Kickstarter go live? About 2-3 weeks ago, if that.
Weekends
May
and
1st, I
change,
believe.
yeah. Yeah, it was May 1st.
But yeah, I mean, I had 0 experience with Fantasy Grounds prior to D&D night starting up. Started out as a player. I have not DM'd since like the early 80s. And I was able to jump right in. I'm writing a homebrew with it. I'm running this with it with the module already pre-done. Cannot say enough awesome things about it. It's pretty great.
I'm still here.
So let's see. Bella's here. Dorian's here. Finnegan's here. Seitan's on his way back. How about Kirke? Is Kirke back? I'm going to assume Kirke is not back.
All right, I am back. So we are in the middle of, we got combats. We got Dorian, right?
Yep, Dorian is up. I'm not sure Kirke is back yet, but I'm sure he'll be in, a minute or two.
Now this Gulthias tree. Tell me a little bit more about what we're seeing.
That is a good question. Let me and I was just putting hand cream on, so the Gulthias tree. It is a gargantuan plant. And that's really all it says. Greasy keyboard do 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 do. Greasy keyboard do 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 do.
You're welcome.
Actually, that should be listed under NPCs. Yeah, it just says it's a gargantuan plant, so I'm going to assume it looks quite a bit like the picture. Probably does not have a lot of leaves. It grew from a vampire stake. So I'll just reshare the picture in case any of you didn't get it. Oh,
Yeah,
here's
sure,
a
Brad.
much better picture of it. Here you go. Here is the Gulthias tree. And Kirke is now back too.
You can tell Sir Bradford's beyond redemption. Look at his mustache.
Is he twirling it?
I don't think there's enough to twirl there.
Yeah, there's really not very much. He's just like wielding that. Well, that's actually be like this, wielding that big stick. Bradford is wielding the sword and shield. And then you've got Sharwyn Hukreli in her noble's robes and her signet ring.
All right, so are we back in action here?
We are back in action.
Okay.
Dorian, you are up. And right now the twig blights are the only thing that really look angry with you. So twig blight number 2, that is a hit. With the pretty darn good axe.
Was that a hit?
That is a hit, yep.
Okay.
And twig blight number 2, instant death.
Oh, and I forgot to do this earlier. We kind of got a little sidetracked there, but that's going to be my final nerd rage for this rest.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Whoops. We both hit next at the same time. That brings up Kirke. Also, I have no idea why only 3 of us are showing as being in voice chat. Oh, because we all are. Well, the frog is not currently super hostile, but okay. And he made a save anyway, so... unless you have something else, that would bring up Bella. Okay.
All right, I am going to, I think this is a good opportunity for a thunder wave. So
She's a
Bella's gonna do
thundercat.
I'm gonna thundercat it. Thundercats
Ooh.
go. And I'm not gonna draw a thing. It's basically gonna hit everything in front of me. In a 15-foot
So
cube.
it's going to hit everything in front of you.
So I'm gonna do saves on everything.
Yeah, everything except the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything except for the big tree. So pardon me while I roll on a lot of little circles.
Twig blight number 1 saves. Twig blight number 3 saves. Sir Brawford fails. Braford, Kulket the frog. That's actually going by too fast. Kulket fails. Sharwin who curly
Bradford
saves.
failed.
Bradford
Kuket
and the
failed.
frog failed. Everybody else succeeded.
So Bradford and Kuket are the only ones who take full damage and everybody else takes half damage. And Bradford and Kuket are the only ones who get knocked away 10 feet.
Okay. I'm just going to move them.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on the Kulket frog as he exits my melee range?
Yeah, you probably should.
Well, I'm not sure because they were knocked back. You know, they didn't like... Okay, so everybody except...
Oh! I rolled the wrong damage dice.
Oops.
It's 2d8 thunder, not a d6. I was rolling my thorn whip.
Okay, so 11 for...
So 11 for Sir Bradford and the frog, and 5 for everybody else.
Le Grenouille.
Except the tree.
Except for Mecha Tree.
Twig blight number 1 succumbs. Twig blight number 3 succumbs. So that took care of the tree twig blights. So you have a few slightly injured people, and yeah, you don't see their hit points, so I'm not going to tell you beyond that. Okay, so Seitan.
All right. I am going to... So, I guess the thing about me, I'm a ranger, and I am a natural explorer. I've got, some various things. I'm a wanderer. I kind of want to try to speak to the Galthias tree.
Ooh. By all means, give it a try.
All right. So, I am going to. Actually, you know what though? Yeah, I'm going to yell out, "Galthias tree, will you speak to us?" And I'm going to cast Jump on myself.
Okay, the Galthias tree will not speak to you, but Jump so noted. It's just kind of sitting there. Effects. Why is it not letting me put this in? Oh, that's why. Okay, so Seitan has cast Jump on himself. And that's... Is that your turn then?
Correct. Oh, yeah.
Galthias tree is just going to sit there. It is Belak's turn. And he is going to cast Barkskin on himself.
Make
So-
like a tree and bark.
Yep, he's now barked. And that is... What would he like to do? Yeah, he's kind of more of a sit-back type. I think that's going to be it for his turn right now. Finnegan.
Alright. I'm going to sashay up to this frog. Stick him with the pointy end.
Okay. That is a hit. He's a frog. He doesn't have high AC. Ribbit. Oh dear. You have killed the frog.
Frog kebab. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to sashay out and disengage.
So we may not have
Okay.
rabbit for dinner, but we have frog legs.
So, we have Sir Brayford, Brawford, however the heck you say that. And he is going to sashay over here to Kirke and take his long sword and totally miss. Which is good because it's a heck of a long sword. And now we have Sharwin Hukreli, who is going to come up here to Dorian. And she's going to... What is she going to do? She's going to cast Barkskin on herself. Then she really can't do much else, can she? Oh no, we lost Dorian. So she's going to make sure she's between Belak and you guys. Cast Barkskin on herself. And end her turn. Dorian, who just lost connection. Maybe? Huh, still shows him being here. And he's still in Discord chat. But I have a feeling he's not really here.
Did you see a message in Oh, did you get a message in
There we go.
Grounds? Okay.
Yes, yes. Dorian Elliot reconnected. Yay! Just in
All
time
right.
for his turn.
I might suggest attack to subdue Sharwin as opposed to kill her, but hey, that's up to you.
Actually, I'm gonna shuffle around here. Here. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Change the order of shuffling. That direction. And we're gonna take take a little swing at Mr. tree druid talker person.
That is a hit.
Oh, great.
Roll your damage.
I'm just making sure everything's still on. Okay.
Ooh. Belak is looking pretty ouchy there. And I would like everyone to do either a wisdom or intelligence, arcana or nature check. Either insight or arcana or nature. Hey, Dorian, you suddenly realize that destroying the tree might have an effect on Slvrhnd and Sharwin.
So, there's our point of order there. I'm assuming that Finnegan and Seitan also
Yes,
made
Finnegan
that
and
same.
Seitan also did make that same. Yep. So something tells you that you're supposed to be rescuing Sharwin, and this knight's supposed to be a good guy, and you're just getting this sense from the tree that it's got some weird, it might have something to do with why they're acting so weird.
I put a spell on you.
Because you're mine.
All
You
right.
better stop the things that you do. Look out, I ain't lying. Yeah. Kirke, save anyone listening from hearing me sing any more bad CCR.
That was CCR?
Actually, I think other people have done it, but CCR is the version I'm most familiar with. Okay. Has anyone told Kirke what you have deduced about the Gulthias tree?
Kill the tree!
Yeah, Dorian, Finnegan, and Seitan all know that the tree has something to do with why Sharwin and Sir Brayford, however the heck you say that, are behaving so weirdly and acting hostile. Because, said what you've heard about him going down, he seemed like a pretty stand-up guy, and Sharwin's brother's been killed down here, and her mother wants her rescued, even if only to get the ring, so it seems kind of weird that she would be hostile.
Well, Finnegan, who just yelled "kill the tree," is standing right next to Kirke, so I would imagine.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, if you... I'm holding down the wrong push talk again. That is a hit.
Ooh, Witch Bolt.
At level 2. Which is what, 2d12?
And he gets to keep it going as long as he doesn't break concentration.
See.
Scary Bolt. Does that look like a fart?
Oh, and Silver, whenever you go to roll your damage on that, when you left-click it and are about to drag it over, you can then tap right-click and it'll add extra damage dice.
Oh, right.
Same way you do with them on the bottom tray.
Oh, sweet.
So that's good for leveling up spells.
Man, I hope I remember that in the
Well,
future.
Well, it works on anywhere. Like you pick them up from the tray and you can just tap right-click and roll however many you want.
Okay.
You do the same thing just from when you pick it up from the damage of the spell. You just tap right-click again.
I just never thought about doing that when I was dragging it to the person.
Okay, so, Kirk, that was all you had? Bella.
I wild shape into a bear. Grrr!
Ooh.
And I'm going to run up to the tree. And I get to do 2 attacks. So the first attack, I'm going to bite the tree. I'm going to try to chomp one of the branches.
Okay, chomp away. That is a hit.
Whee!
Apparently trees don't have good AC either. That was partially resisted. But
And then I'm going to kind of rear up and I'm going to slash at the tree with my claws.
okay, slash. Go for it.
Go for spit.
Oh, you miss. Bummer.
Darn!
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Seitan. Seitan DDOstream.
Okay, so
Why do I think the jump has something to do with climbing the tree?
yes. Okay, first off, I'm going to do a hunter's mark on the Gulthias tree. So, as a bonus action, concentration up to an hour. Until the spell ends, I'll deal an extra 1d6 whenever I hit it with a weapon attack. I have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival checks I make to find it, etc., etc. Alright, so basically 1d6 extra damage for up to an hour as long as I maintain my concentration. And I am going to try to, let's see. Because I have jump, my total jump score is 36 feet.
Damn.
So I should be able to jump onto the Gulthias tree. I would like to make a called shot, though, to see if I can land on a safe part like that notch there, like in that thing.
Give me an acrobatics, athletics of your choice. Something along those lines, even dex or strength, if that would work better for you. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, then I'm grabbing onto it, or I'm near the tree at least. Something.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of land on one of the, not as high up or in as good a spot as you wanted, but you're, like, kind of slam into one of the lower limbs. You're kind of,
Cool.
like, hanging onto it. You're off the ground, but not very gracefully. You're kind of, like, hanging by your stomach over the limb.
It's like a little kid dangling from a limb that's too high for them by their hands.
Yeah, that would be
It's too
better.
high for them to just drop off,
Yep.
but not.
Okay.
But
So was that his movement then, and he still gets an attack?
Yeah, do you still get an attack?
Oh, I don't know. Well,
Chop is on.
yeah, I
thinking
suppose
that was
technically.
movement.
Because, yeah, jump would be the movement, bonus action on the hunter's mark, so I should be able to attack. Well, I have an axe.
Hassan
hit.
chop.
And it'll do an extra d6 because of the hunter's mark.
Oh, the Gulthias tree is hurting. Actually, did it take that all off? Yes. Okay. Okay. That brings up the Gulthias tree.
With a convenient snack right hanging from it.
Which actually doesn't seem to have any attacks of its own.
yay! This is the best evil tree ever.
However, then comes Belak, and you killed his frog, and now you're attacking his tree. And he's looking at Seitan, and he is not happy. He's not happy at all. So I think he...
Well, to be fair, I killed his frog.
Well, the group is what he's saying killed his frog.
I know, I'm just trying to distract him. Maybe it'll make him real bad.
Okay, so he is going to pull a Kirke. And I'm trying to cast this on Seitan, and I keep trying to... Okay, forget that. For pellet pieces. I'm just going to move you... Ah, okay. There we go. Okay, I need to... Yeah, I can't target you when the Gulthias tree is here, so let me move you off. And he's
Yeah,
going
that's
to...
fine.
Oh. Oh, that's a save. Okay, so you're good. Which brings up Finnegan.
Alrighty. So I'm going to sashay in, stab Mr. Belach with the pointy end.
That's usually wise.
Don't tell Hamford that.
That's a hit. Okay.
And
Belach.
since he has another enemy within 5 feet, I get a sneak attack.
Ooh. And Belach.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm going
Well,
to
hang
sashay
on.
out.
Belach clutches his side with a rapier stabbed at him and slowly and dramatically collapses to the ground and dies. Ah, that brings up Sir Bradford. And he's just looking kind of bewildered. And casts Barkskin on himself. Sharwin looks at you and doesn't seem to know what to do. She casts Shield on herself. And that brings up Dorian.
All right. So we're gonna come up to this this dangerous tree here and recklessly attack it with the pretty darn good axe.
Oh, go for that reckless, pretty darn good attack. That's totally a hit.
I have managed to beat the AC of wood.
That might have sounded better in your head, but go ahead. And the Gulthias tree, I mean, the bark is starting to peel off, the leaves are starting to fall.
Does it
It's
scream?
not looking good. It does not. Although you can imagine that if it had a mouth, it might.
Dorian looks visibly crestfallen at the lack of screaming from the tree.
Do you get a second attack with reckless attack?
No, that just gives me advantage on the attack.
Okay. Kirke, you're up.
But then if I also recall advantage on attacks on you.
Yes, sir.
Kirke.
But there's
Kirke's Witch Bolt. And suddenly, the Gulthias tree is no more.
Was there any chance of that witch bolt hitting Seitan?
no. It's described as once you connect with it, it's a solid connecting arc of electricity. Kind of like a Ghostbusters spray, if you will.
Just checking.
Although it would be hilarious.
So, you know, in this story,
I kind of imagine him kind of falling, though, because the tree is no more. Hitting the ground.
Like, does it timber? Do we need to be concerned? Do we all need to do deck saves or something that the tree doesn't fall on us?
Does it explode into a flood of baby sharks?
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Neato.
now, according to this, you guys have done it. You've already got Sharwin's brother's ring, and Sharwin and Sir Bradford are suddenly released, and they thank you profusely for saving them. Now, according to this, they are supposed to die 24 hours later, but that's kind of up to me. I kind of don't want to kill.
Jack.
Seriously, I kind of don't want to kill them because
That's pretty cold.
We're saved.
yeah, I'm looking at that.
Why were they supposed to die? Because they were tied to the tree, and that poisoned them enough that you can't recover from that. or the druid guy?
That's a good question. I'm just wondering though. I just noticed that.
How did the mechanics of a 24-hour delayed death work?
Yeah, I thought that was really very strange.
I guess.
Well,
It-
you
it
know
is-
how when you buy a plant at the store and it's all really good and you think you can water it, but it's kind of like that, but in reverse.
I do know what that's like.
Seriously.
Well,
so
you know,
if-
actually, you kind of know what it's like from eating some sort of a poison apple and having something grow out of the middle of you.
That's true. It does say if the characters kill the Gulthias tree, Sharwin and Bryford die 24 hours later, unless you decide they can be saved somehow.
Well, then everybody have like a remove curse, remove.
I mean, I've got
poison
lesser
type thing?
restoration that I can pop on them.
That works.
The bunny.
But because you have it is the magical secretive life-giving bunny, and it saves Sharwin and Sir Bryford.
But it only works this one time.
No, it's a very explicit property of bunny tears. They only work to remove curses that were instilled by a tree that was staked and a vampire. It's a very explicit curative effect.
See what the bunny goes over and nibbles a leaf off the tree, and that gives it temporarily powers that allow it to cure Sharwin and Sir Bryford, and then all of the leaves fall off the tree and shrivel up and die. So the bunny can't eat any more leaves, so that's the last time he can do that. So you are
For
returning
this tree.
to the village of Oakhurst. You are leaving the portal. You're going to have to find Madame Hucrelli. Keep in mind, you might want to tell the villagers of Oakhurst that this whole thing about the seeds that grow into twig blights.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Well, there's no more fruit because we killed the tree. But did like tree just? I can't say tree. I can't say treesus anymore. What happened to me? Did treesus like die, or any of the treesus die?
All of any remaining twig blights, including treesus. Well, the ones that in this immediate area when you killed Belak.
24 hours later,
Yeah.
he wilted.
Well, in the ones when you killed Belak, any other twig blights in the immediate area, along with treesus, did die. However, remember the goblins have been spreading the seeds, so you might want to notify the villagers. If you do that, they will burn all the growing saplings and cut them down and burn them. And as I'm assuming you guys would do that. And the mayor turns to you and says, "You realize that our actions have set loose several of these abominations upon the world. Who knows what these twisted plants are doing now?" The mayor is right. Twig blights are already loose in the world. Twig blights that are already loose in the world can still reproduce through root sprouts, as aspen trees do. Although it is likely a hopeless task, the characters can search out these twig blights and destroy them. Oh, gosh, considering twig blights have 4 HP, that sounds incredibly boring.
Sounds like an awful lot of work.
They'll figure it out. It's okay.
So, you get, per character, 125 GP. I'm just going to multiply that. So that's 625 altogether. What is 860 times 625 is 1492. So you can divide that up as you want. And what do you get for returning? Oh, and then another 250 times 5 is 1250. So another 1250 on top of that, which is 2742. Yeah.
That's a fortune. I can buy new shelves.
So, yes, you're rather rich now. You've returned the signet ring, Sharwin is safe, and you have completed at least this little section of the Sunless Citadel. We skipped a few parts, but you basically got... I wasn't even going to do the Gulthias tree part. I was going to, rescue the Hucrellis first, but hey, worked out pretty well.
I click finish.
Did we do it with bravery bonus? Was that Reaper mode?
Sure. Yeah, with Reaper mode.
It was more
So
like there was
yeah,
the Blight
that is
Festival
going to wrap
on.
up Sunless Citadel. And that just feels kind of weird that it's like, we did it.
It's all done.
I thought we were going to be going at least one more session. This actually works out well for me because I would kind of like to have the third Sunday of every month free for the summer. So if no one else wants this spot, I'll try to come up with something for us to run in it. If not, I may be handing this off to another DM. Yes, you reaped all the blights, so it was totally Reaper mode. So I would like to thank everyone for watching and sticking with us. D&D Night on DDOstream will be back next Sunday at 7 p.m. Let me check the schedule and see who's running what. Because I can never remember.
It's supposed to be Beaker.
It will be
doing
Evil
something.
Beaker, not yet announced what he's going to be running. But Evil Beaker will be running something.
I believe he actually has got it pre-scheduled. I think he ran it earlier, and because this is the Memorial Day weekend holiday, I'm pretty sure he's running it, but it's already there, and I believe it's Heroes of Battle Rise.
Ooh, that sounds good. And again, we did do all this through the magic of Fantasy Grounds, which is awesome. And I want to give a huge shout out to them for sponsoring us. You can find out all about them at fantasygrounds.com. If you are into D&D at all, highly recommend Succubi, yes, Silver. Highly recommend checking them out. They are pretty awesome. So thank you everyone for watching. Again, no streaming with Even tonight because Even has to get up super early tomorrow. And yes, I think at some point these heroes will definitely meet for another adventure. So sometime I will go through and add up all of your XP and see where you are, because even if we don't continue, this summer, at some point we'll get you guys together, because I like these characters. I would like to do some more with them. Anybody have anything else they would like to say, plug, whatever, before we sign off for the night?
Saki bye-bye.
That's the Shroudpalooza thing, by the way. We're not insulting you, but yeah, it's a long story.
It's a long story.
It is. Okay.
Oh, wait. While we're doing that and doing Shroudpalooza throwbacks, draw me like one of your French dwarves.
Draw me like one of your French kobolds.
That too.
Kyubi Dota, I'm not sure as far as like best version. It does support 3.5 and 5e, so, and it's also added
The answer is yeah.
And
this is a supported version. Fantasy Grounds is a commercial product. If you want to, there are free options out there for like 3.5 and that. That may work for you. This is certainly something to check into, and you can check out more at like fantasygrounds.com.
Yeah, and it supports Pathfinder and other various things like that as well.
Savage Worlds, Call of Cthulhu,
Starfinder, Traveler, Fate Core.
And they just recently added D&D second edition.
Yeah.
Yes, they made a software engineer code Thaco.
I don't know if made is actually the right word, because what I understand, he wanted to. So there you go.
And
that's probably true. I'm sure.
That's gonna be part of Unity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Unity. That should be pretty cool.
It looks really nifty.
Yes.
All the mapping tools.
I'm still waiting for him to get first edition with the original Unearthed Arcana.
That would also be cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Unity. Like, the mapping tools are pretty amazing.
And don't forget to pick up Ghost of Saltmarsh on Tuesday.
Ooh.
And then sometime soon, I believe, is the very first officially licensed third-party module for Acquisitions Incorporated as part of D&D 5e.
Yeah, I think that's June 4th.
Yeah, that is the other nice thing about Fantasy Grounds. I mean, they're like this module. I basically ran this whole thing by the seat of my pants with no prep because it's all spelled out for you. The little, buttons pop up on the map. This is a bad example because I'm clicking the wrong one. But
The other thing to keep in mind with Fantasy Grounds is you don't actually have to buy any of the modules or anything. You are perfectly free to code it all yourself.
Mhm.
It's just that most of us would find it easier to buy the pre-made modules than code it ourselves.
Just giving you an example of what I've got here on the screen right now, which the players can't see. Like this is an encounter we had earlier, the trophy room. There was a dragon in there. Click that, comes with a built-in image, and you can actually write one of these, code it yourself. I'm working on that for my own homebrew. Here's your NPC. You can just drag him into the combat tracker. And then parcel, here's the loot you get for completing the encounter. So, yeah, the modules are really, really awesome. You need, like, no preparation, and you can just cut and run. It's actually a little unnerving how little preparation you need. I'm also doing a homebrew, which doesn't really necessarily follow any strict D&D rules. I guess it's kind of 3.55 hybrid, but yeah, it's kind of more my own rule system, and I'm using just all my own content, nothing prepackaged. And there again, I really don't have to do a lot of prep work, mostly doing my own art. Just put it in the folders here. If you just click this folder button and make sure any images you want are in that folder, and they will be accessible to you in here. And then you can search at the bottom. Sadly, there is no image of SirBrawford.
Oh, I put one in
Or
Discord.
Sharwin. See, I can't, doesn't usually let me show Discord on stream.
You might want to check it on your phone anyway.
Also, I'm
Hey.
not seeing it.
Silver found it.
Oh, okay, wasn't showing me a new message. Okay, he posted a picture of a bra next to a Ford Brawford. Okay. That's terrible.
I'm busy taking all the silverware from the party cache because... Oh, speaking of which, Silver, you might want to steal those 2 scrolls before we lose our TR cache, basically, on the next campaign.
Yeah, I'm thinking you probably wouldn't lose.
You can
I
take
don't know
Mel's
how that
acid
works,
arrow.
actually.
You'll be able to use it next level.
Huh, somehow there's an unidentified creature on the combat tracker that I did not see before. I have no idea how that happened.
Acid arrow is a sorc spell, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Is anybody going to take the amulet?
Anyway, while these guys argue over stuff, I'm going to go ahead and close out the stream. Thank you everyone for watching, and let's see if I can actually get this outro video to work.
Oh, so did it.